Good bloody morning from sunny Dubai. And yes, the morning is very bloody. So in this video, guys and girls, we're going to talk about something very important. The extent of the potential collapse that could be on the verge of happening, and I'll explain exactly why. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about the price targets and what I'm doing personally with my short trade over on Bybit, which is still open, raking in some profits. I'm going to explain what you should be looking out for and what kind of a bounce we can expect, if we can expect it at all, and what can we potentially expect from the in terms of the global scheme of things, which are looking very grim. So on this not so positive note, I don't want to spread any FUD. I just always putting out there what I think I see in the charts, in the macro environment, etc., to always offer my 2 cents, so to speak, and keep you guys and girls educated. So please leave me a like on this video. Always appreciate all your likes, especially when I'm making videos in such a sunny, beautiful weather on a Sunday. If you want to dislike the video at the end of the video, that's fine. Just give me some token of appreciation. And as always, if you're brand new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. Because these you have to watch from the beginning and until the end. Because if you were watching each single one of my videos from the beginning and until the end, then you've taken some insane trades recently and we've all been making crazy money while everybody else is getting liquidated. And make some noise down in the comments for Mr. Spot On. But you were able to take advantage of that only if you watched every single one of my videos from the beginning and until the end. Let's get into it. So first things first, we are seeing again a massive drop. We entered into our short trade right here and we are riding it all the way down. So as I told you before, first take profit zone, second take profit zone, and the third take profit zone at about 27,500. So we are spot on with this trade. Yet again, we are killing it. And well, if you're gonna ask me, then my short trade over on Bybit is still open. And of course, quick Bybit shield. I know you guys love these. If you want to be trading actively yourself, shorting or longing Bitcoin or any other altcoin, then with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can sign up with Bybit. It takes like 20 seconds. Or if you're from any other country that doesn't allow any crypto exchanges, then you can also in the description of this video find a link to NordVPN, which is an incredibly useful tool that will allow you to use proxy servers and install NordVPN on your phone or computer, and you can use any exchange from anywhere in the world and actually keep your crypto safe as well, because you're browsing the internet pretty much anonymously. So I'm actually using NordVPN myself oftentimes, very often. So, and with my link in the description, you'll get a 73% discount on NordVPN. And again, for Bybit, if you use my link as a sign-up bonus, you'll get up to $4,100 in free bonuses, and also for 30 days 0% maker fees. And if you sign up with my link, then you can also join my squad at the WSOT, the hugest trading competition with an $8 million prize pool. But for that one, you need to have $500 in your Bybit account. And there are insane prizes. And if you sign up with my squad and you become my part of my squad, then there's going to be this speed zone loot, which is going to be a huge, starting with June 22nd, a huge lottery, which you'll be able to spin in like spins, and when you're spinning, you can win BTC, Ethereum, 10x your account, also some mutant ape NFTs and CloneX NFTs, some crazy stuff. So, and you will get 3 spins instead of 1 if you sign up to my squad right now. All the links is again down in the description as well as in the pinned comment, and that insane bonus on top of it. Okay, so let's get to it then. Oh my, this is looking quite grim, and quite honestly, if we're gonna look at Ethereum, it's looking even worse. Just look at this drop right here all the way down. Let's take a look at how big this drop is, because it's absolutely incredible. All the way from the breakdown, 17%. Oh my goodness. Well, there is a reason why this is currently happening with Ethereum, and do I think that this is like the end of it? I don't think so. I think that this is just a short-term issue, that there is some stuff happening with it, but it's a topic for a separate video. Let me know if I should make it. Then also S&P 500 is on the way to its local low, of 3,800, and I think we're gonna pass it easily. We'll see how the US stock market opens tomorrow. The same thing goes for NASDAQ. Dixie is going through the roof, the dollar index, which is bad for Bitcoin as always, of course. Solana, major sell-off. Cardano, well, we're still hanging in there, but we still saw an incredible sell-off. Really nice trade setup right here. Chainlink, well, etc. So, oh yeah, Chainlink, just it showed some promise, but it's just dumping like everything else. You know, all these great projects, they are gonna dump because there is nothing else that they can do when the Bitcoin dominance is climbing, and in general the market sentiment is terrible. So altcoins will always suffer, and it doesn't mean that the project is shit. It just means that the market is shit overall. So anyway, very important what I wanted to mention today, and that is, you know, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna, you know, what's gonna happen? And the thing is that, guys and girls, with the CPI numbers that we've seen, we are definitely going into a recession. You know, Federal Reserve has promised us that there's gonna be no recession, it's gonna be a soft-ish landing, but certainly we are saying that what they're doing with the current tightening is just not working. And of course, with the war in Ukraine and surging oil prices, gas prices, and of course, which is affecting the cost of living for people, and of course, the shortage of food because, again, of war in China. Oh, I'm sorry, not war in China. Because of the war in Russia and Ukraine. And the drought in the United States, in India, that is, you know, also shrinking down the supply of food. So it's really not good. So food at home has increased 1%. Food away from home increased 1.2%. Energy costs have increased 3.9%, which is insane. Energy services, so fuel oil, 17%. This is absolutely incredible, guys and girls. So what does this mean? This means that the geopolitical stance has to somehow find a way to fix the war in Ukraine, to slow this whole, spiraling out of control down at least a little bit. So that could be some kind of a relief for us if the war finally ends. I don't know how much bullshit there can be in the world, but what can we do? Now, the next thing that is very important to understand is, since we're seeing these kinds of numbers, obviously Federal Reserve is going to increase the rates more aggressively. I mean, they have to. But, and we'll see what's going to happen on the 14th and 15th of June in the Fed meeting. And I'm going to tell you exactly, this is going to actually influence what I'm going to be doing with my short trade as well. So in this situation, what we have to see is what the Fed is going to be doing. But we already know we're going into a recession, because when they're going to start hiking rates much stronger, and we already know that there is a correlation between Biden's approval rating and the inflation, so they're going to be fighting it as hard as they can. So that means they're going to be increasing the rates. But guys and girls, is it really that simple? And the answer is no, because when they're going to be increasing the rates really hard, they're going to break the economy. It's always, as they always say, they hike the rates until something breaks. So, and as I showed you previously already, that oftentimes the rate hikes, after the rate hikes, a huge market crash follows because they break something. So, and in this instance, we have to understand the following. Here will be, number one. Let me just move it a little bit to the side so you can see. The real average weekly earnings in the United States decreased 0.7% over the month due to the change in real average hourly earnings combined with no average in the blah, blah, blah. So people are making less money. Shit is becoming more expensive. And how can you expect a person to pay more for gas or for food or for anything else, for heat in their home, while they're making less money on average? And we have to also take a look at this current situation. And this right here, guys and girls, is the household savings rate in the United States. So where do we see it? It's worse, it's less than before COVID. It means that people on average have almost close to zero savings. They have no money. So once again, shit is becoming more expensive, as we can see. People are starting to make less money, as we can see, and their savings is close to zero. So what's gonna happen when Fed is gonna start to hike rates even more? When they're gonna start tightening, it means that companies will not be able to borrow as much. There's gonna be major layoffs. So the job market is gonna go down. And when we know that people are losing their jobs, what happens? And if you've been in 2008, you already know. We are seeing the collapse of the housing market, and the housing market currently is over leveraged as well. So with this inflation, with this recession that is coming, the only question really is, and I mean, let me finish the previous thought, that when people are, when they have mortgages and they don't have a job, they're being laid off because, of slowing down of the economy and going into the recession, they're starting to default on their mortgages, just like in 2008, because people cannot pay for their mortgages. And right now, everybody's over leveraged, and a lot of people bought a lot of households at the peak prices, which in the United States right now, the prices are crazy. So it's bound to go down, but it's going to trigger a bunch of shit. It's like a downward spiral, shit spiral, so to speak. So, and this is pretty grim. I don't want to spread any FUD, right? But it's just what it is. So now the big question is, how deep can we go and how bad is it gonna be? Because of course, when we're gonna see, when the Fed is gonna see that the inflation is going down, but the actual country and the actual economy is going into a terrible recession, what they're going to do, of course, they're going to turn their money printer on yet again to stimulate the economy again. So, and that's going to be the pivotal point at which we're going to see huge rallies in high-risk assets and definite macro bottoms for high-risk assets. And the question is, when is it going to happen? In my personal honest opinion, don't quote me on this, and we're going to soon just get to the price targets. Don't quote me on this, but I think that we're going to see huge sell-offs. We'll see what is going to happen tomorrow with the market open, but I think there might even be some kind of a gap down. Same thing in NASDAQ. Like we saw a gap here, might be as well some gap here. Don't quote me on it, but I'm seeing it happen. So for that reason, I'm thinking Bitcoin go even lower. And certainly when it comes to the S&P 500, let's go to the weekly chart. If we're going to be hitting that kind of a huge recession, like with, for example, the previous one. Well, let's just take a look at this one right here. So what I'm thinking that we could correct, if right now we've gone down to like 20% only, we could see S&P at least around 35% correction. So around $3,000 we could potentially revisit, in my honest humble opinion, if we're gonna see this kind of a huge recession coming, and depending on how huge it's gonna be. So, and certainly you're gonna say, but well, Thomas, in that instance, it's gonna affect Bitcoin like crazy as well, because Bitcoin is the most high-risk asset that we currently have, and in the current economical state, it's a very bad news for Bitcoin. And you would be right, guys and girls. So, we've taken a short, let's get to the price targets right now. So we've taken a short trade from here, which I said there's first take profit area, second take profit area, and the third take profit area. And certainly we're currently standing at a very important support right here, which is this whole wedge. But should you be taking your profit right now? And the answer is technically, yes. Because we certainly, let's go back to the daily, because certainly we might see some kind of a short-term bounce from here upward just because of technicals, right? Because a lot of people have their orders here, they're going to be trading false breaks of this support, etc. But in my honest opinion, we might see, if not directly break it, because if we're going to see that the 4-hour chart closed above, but the hourly chart actually closed below a bit, but it was pushed above again. So we're going to have, we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to turn into another situation like this, or like this that we've seen with these previous levels. But of course, this level currently is the strongest one. And it's not a guarantee that we're going to break it easily. So for that reason, I was considering to maybe I just should take my $7,000 profit, whatever, and just see what's going to happen. But to be honest, I will wait until I will wait and see what's going to happen. So my stop loss is still in the same place, and I'm going to wait until let's take a look here. So yes, until the Federal Reserve's meeting, I want to see how the price is going to react. I want to see, it's going to be, I think, on Wednesday. I really want to see how the S&P 500 is going to open tomorrow, and certainly understanding that the recession is coming, it's unavoidable. I mean, it's unavoidable. Then we're gonna certainly see more downside to Bitcoin, because I really was waiting for that CPI data. And if we would have seen that peak inflation and everything is looking good and the Fed is doing a good job, this could have been, that's it. We could just bounce around and before the next year or something take off. But in this instance, the Fed would, pause the increase of interest rates, and that would be nice. But in this instance, what we're currently seeing, there is, without any doubt, probably more potential downside. So our next target right now, if we do break 27,500, then our next target is going to be 25. So it's this local low, so to speak. And then obviously the next one is only going to be 20K. So for that reason, I really of course, if you want to take your profit on this short trade, it's not a bad idea. So just put it out there, right? I cannot tell you exactly what's going to happen in the next day or two. I think we might just consolidate or go a bit higher, maybe again retest 28,600. Very, very possible. Let me just move it to the side. It's very, very possible that we're gonna go up and retest 28,500. So I'm risking it right now. So if you don't want that risk, just take your profit. But I really want to see what's going to happen. And maybe, if we're going to go all the way down to 20K because of the recession or even lower, I'll just keep my short trade and, at least somehow protect my long-term Bitcoin portfolio. And remember, guys and girls, when these kind of huge corrections happening, of course, it's sad. Everybody's in a lot of pain. But if we're going to be looking at some of, insane projects like Atom, for example, this is an absolutely incredible project. And right now it's trading at 85% discount. So this is a good time to start putting together a long-term altcoin portfolio as well as crypto portfolio in general. Certainly altcoins, we can go as low as, 95% down, So from $7 down to $2, technically it's possible. But it's not a bad time to start accumulating bit by bit and step by step. And for that reason, I have created, just recently, I launched it yesterday, and follow me on Instagram, that's where I announced it. I've created a 3-hour course only on proper long-term investing in crypto, on selecting projects, on dollar cost averaging, and it's mostly for beginners. It costs only $97 right now. I did a 75% discount on it. There is a link in the description as well as in the pinned comment to this crypto investing course. It's called Crypto Investing Course. And that's where you're going to learn what is blockchain, what is crypto, how does it work, why is it here to stay, and where to open an account, how to open an account, how to fund your account, how to buy crypto. So it's not about leverage, it's not about day trading, it's about investing, how to buy the right cryptocurrencies, where to store them safely, how to send them, how to dollar cost average, where to look for good information online, and how to just basically spend maybe a few hours a week, monitoring the situation, and most importantly, when to find the best time to exit out of your long-term portfolio of crypto. So it's like investing course for beginners so that you don't buy at the wrong time and sell at the wrong time. So it's all just institutional methods of investing, and you can learn all of it in under 3 hours and take this opportunity and use this opportunity, this huge market crash that we're currently seeing, this bear market, use this as an opportunity before the next huge takeoff in the market. And I also am sharing my full crypto portfolio, like what I'm holding, what kind of a percentage of my portfolio is certain coin, etc. So you'll see my actual long-term portfolio as well in that course. And remember, this course, it's $97 now with a 75% discount. I will end it soon, and once I end it, it's going to be $399. So enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.